Yeah, I'm back. I gotta do this part again, but because for some reason, when I did the second part, the video just stopped recording. So it says, he said the understanding that a third world war could be the end of civilization should restrain us from taking extreme steps on the international arena that are highly dangerous for modern civilization, as he read mutual assured destruction. The threat of mutual assured destruction has always restrained participants of the international arena, preventing leading military powers from making hasty moves and compel participants to respect each other. It says, U.S. withdrawal from treaties on anti-ballistic missiles was an attempt to put an end to strategic parity, but we will respond to this. We believe that the unilateral introduction of all kinds of sanctions does not resolve problems and only worsens them. See, nuclear war, Putin quoted Einstein as he won World War III, World War IV, will use sticks and stones. Why? Because World War III is going to be so destructive that civilization as we know is going to be completely wiped out. Completely wiped out and go back to a primitive state. Global tensions between Russia and the West have reached new highs in 2018, with UN chiefs describing the Cold War as back with a vengeance. Fears of direct military confrontation were raised back in April as the US, UK, and France decided to attack Syria, one of Russia's closest allies, over allegations of chemical weapons. And ongoing rows over the accusations of election interference in the US have soared relations between Moscow and Washington. Meanwhile, the West condemned Russia over the attempted murder of, I believe, MI6 double agent Sergei Skripal in Salisbury. The Kremlin has always denied any involvement in the Novichok poisoning of the spy and his daughter back in March. Putin also quoted Albert Einstein saying, "I do not know what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones." Tensions have raised between the West and Russia, or the fringes of Eastern Europe, since the annexation of Crimea from the Ukraine in 2014. NATO forces have piled into the wagon, with Russia and the alliance claiming military buildup as a direct response to the other. Europe has remained on edge of allegations of Russian aggression on its borders, something the Kremlin denies. That's basically the point, the major thing right there. It says the Russian leader said he warned Europe a few years ago about the risk of the United States imposing his rules on other countries. See right here who has the most nukes. See how it has Russia more than everybody else? That's basically the major point right there. You know, just the rest of the article is not really much. You know, but with that, I'm gonna go to the next page real quick. Alright, we're in the blue letter, Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior, it was confused noise. Because when warriors were fighting back in the ancient world, you heard a lot of yelling, swords clashing to each other, swords clashing against shields, swords going through chainmail, horses galloping. That's confused noise. And garments rolled in blood because people were covered in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel fire, because this war is going to be more advanced. It's going to be burning and fuel fire because it's going to be nuclear war. Isaiah 49:20. Therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh Shah that he had taken against Edom. Edom is so-called white race. And his who came out of Esau with the so-called white man. And his purposes that he had proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Right, the least of the flock shall draw them out. Teman is talking about the Germans. The least of the flock shall draw them out, talking about Israel. Why is it going to draw them out? It's going to draw America out into a war. Something's going to happen with Israel that's going to draw America into a third world war. One example of that is how Israel doesn't want Iran to have nuclear capability, because Iran and Israel are close. So if a war actually breaks out, then Israel is ripe for the picking. They could easily be hit with nuclear weapons. That's why they want Iran to have nuclear power, nuclear weapons. Surely shall make their desolations and their habitations desolate with them. Israel gonna be laid desolate. It's gonna be built back up in the kingdom of heaven because we have slaves to build it up for us. When I say us, talking about the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through your father's line. And anybody that's not of that line are gonna be enslaved under us, the Israelites. But America's gonna be completely desolate, completely destroyed. Even parts of Russia are gonna be destroyed. Right? Let's go to the next one, the last one I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna go right to the point. Isaiah 2:4. He shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords and their plowshares and their spears and their pruning hooks. A sword and a spear are weapons of war. A plowshare and a pruning hook are agricultural tools. So you can put down the weapons of war, pick up tools for agriculture. In other words, they're gonna put down the weapons of war and pick up tools for agriculture. Meaning what? It's gonna be no more war, but it's gonna be peace. You've had something back in the days called the plowshare movement. It's probably still in effect somewhere in the world now. You know? Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. Neither shall they learn war anymore. I mean, there could be no more wars after this third world war. So that I'm gonna close. So everybody learn something. All praise to Yahweh Shah. Ba'Shem Kakodash. Shalom.